All right. So, how do you gather your own knowledge?
Well, personally, I think there are two ways that we believe that we can know something is there, or
Okay.
truth. Through natural, just I see this cup and I know it is there. And, mental processes. I see this cup, I see a coffee shop, so I can logically assume that there is some form of coffee in that cup.
What do you do with your senses, like your smell? What do you do with them?
I use them to gather information on certain things.
Okay. Like what type? Just give me an example.
Like for example, if I walk past a tree or a bush or something like that, I would look at it and see that it's green or what color it is, if it's thorny or not. Then I would touch it.
Okay. Think of any time you have gained knowledge through rational thought, or gained knowledge not based on anything you've seen, heard, smelled, senses.
Not based on it, no. I have gained knowledge that isn't something I've seen, heard, or smelled.
Okay.
Smelled. Yeah.
So you had your own insight, like an epiphany almost, like.
Well, you can learn something without observing it by observing things related to it that point to that conclusion.
All right, that's okay. So John Locke and Francis Bacon believe that sensations are the source of all ideas. Do you agree?
Wait.
Like sensations are the source of all ideas. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay. You think of to gather information other than through senses or observation.
Well, everything, I guess it is right, because everything that you look at to get your information, gather knowledge, you have to use your senses. Like you have to read a newspaper, you have to listen to the news, listen to people talk.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So John Locke and Francis Bacon believe that sensations are the source of all ideas, and they call this empiricism, right?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
As the source, yes.
Okay. Do you think there's any other way to gather information as the source,
Is there any
through
other
any other way to gather information other than observation or sensory experiences?
No.
Okay.
We can only make logical conclusions based on our observations.
You can't base any knowledge without observation.
So everything's based on something you see
Yes,
or sense.
Everything's based on something you sense.
All right.